Today I want to give you 10 tips for manual wheelchair users. So let's get into it right away, and you don't know who they are. So this is happening more and more to manual wheelchair users, and I feel angry, frustrated, and concerned for manual wheelchair users. I use a power wheelchair. They can't push me no matter what, unless they know how a power wheelchair works. There's no way they can push me. So, all right, number one, they have flip down push handles. And that can be important. That's something that might be able to be added to your manual wheelchair. I don't know. If you're up for a change for a manual wheelchair, then that's something important that you might request is flip down handles, because you can barely see them when they're flipped down. So that might be helpful. A sign. Some people put a sign in the back of their wheelchair that reads, "Do not touch or move this wheelchair without permission of the user." So that could be another way. 3, put on brakes when stopped. And this is really important because the person who's trying to push you doesn't know how your manual wheelchair works. So they don't know where your brakes are. They're small, and you know where they are. They don't. So put your brakes on when you've stopped to look at something or do something. Do not have push handles. Now, for some people, that's okay. They're strong. They don't care. They don't need other people pushing them. So a lot of manual wheelchair users do not have push handles. So you can decide to do that as well. If this starts to happen to you, speak up, speak out, and loud in a firm voice. Let go of this wheelchair. Stop, or I will call security, or I will call the police, depending on where you're at. So always have guess what? Your cell phone. So your cell phone is going to be an important part of your travels. So have it near where you can reach it. So not in the back of your wheelchair where you can't reach it. So keep it close by. 6, have a personal alarm with you, and you've seen those personal alarms. This one clips on to your keys, or clips on to wherever you want it. It's rechargeable, so you can see the recharging port here. So I have this one in my, if I'm going to be by myself, I'll clip it to my keys, and I'll have it close by. So just in case. I've never had any trouble, but you never know. So personal alarm. So that's important. There's all kinds of types. So if the person doesn't let go at at your command, then the personal alarm needs to go off. It's going to affect you as much as it's going to affect them. But second page here. Use a flashlight. I have a military grade flashlight, and this will blind anybody. So you could use a military flashlight, turn this puppy on, and shine it in their eyes. So kind of hard to get to their face if you don't know how tall they are. I can't turn around. My back is such that I can't. So that's a little trickier to do, but it's one idea. A flashlight works better at night, but you can use it also during the day. 8, stop wheelchair with your hands. This is a little precarious, as we know, because that can harm you. But if you really want to send a message when they're starting to push you, is to stop hold on to your push rims. So, but be careful. Yeah. All right. Are you being stalked? Now, this can also happen to wheelchair users, whether it's power wheelchair or manual wheelchair user. somebody in your area starts to stalk you. Every time you go out, they're somewhere around. And you see them around you when you go to the park, when you go to the grocery store, and they're just there, and it's bizarre. And that's something you don't want to let go of. You want to talk to your local police department right away. There are laws against stalking, and the person, for all positive intentions, might not have any negative intents towards you, but other people might. So it's hard to tell. I would not go up to them and say, "What are you doing? Why are you showing up every time I come out of my house?" No, I wouldn't deal with them at all because of danger, because of you don't know their intents. But if you feel like someone is stalking you, following you, then you want to report that. Do not delay. If you are a person who has broken away from domestic violence, and life is going around just pretty fine, but then your ex starts following you, starts calling you, starts, because they know the places where you go, where you grocery shop, and they know where you like to go on little trips. That's problematic, and you need to send them a warning. If you already have a restraining order or an order of protection and they're still around, they're following you, that's another thing you need to talk to your local police department about, because they're breaking that order. Now, it could say they can't approach you within 100 meters or 3 blocks or something. It's annoying, but they're going to be there. It takes about 4 years for them to move on and not bother you anymore. 4 years, so you need to be patient. Unless they go to counseling, they're not going to change. So that's the sad part. Anyhow, I'm hoping that these suggestions help give you some ammunition to keep yourself safe, to educate people that they should not touch other people's wheelchairs without their permission, without talking to them first. So these pointers are really important for you to pick and choose which ones you feel more comfortable with. But I would say if you're out and about in the park by yourself, or you went to the port to just feed the gulls or something, and something starts happening to you and you're by yourself, a personal alarm would be helpful, or the phone to make sure you're able to call for help. And also let people know where you're going. Always have a contact. Here I have to sign out because I'm in a facility. Sometimes I forget though, but the aides usually know where I am, or my neighbors here in the hallway, they know where I'm going. I usually tell them. So they know where I've been. If I'm delayed or I'm late in arriving, they can always call me. I have my cell phone and I usually answer it, especially when I'm out and about. So have your cell phone nearby. And then someone, if they call you, family member is looking for you or need something, that you are reachable. And those are my suggestions. There are also programs in which you can learn self-defense for wheelchair users, and you might feel like you are capable of handling those kind of things. Please feel free to sign up. I am not capable. I don't have the strength or the quickness to do that. I have one side that's pretty weak, so that's not something that I would go for. But if you feel like you could do the whole octopus thing, woo, then feel free. I would not. And you don't know the strength of the other person and the methods and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know about self-defense. But I'm hoping these tips and ideas will suffice and will be helpful for you, especially manual wheelchair users, that I always, when I see them, I feel concerned. Are they safe? Are they safe enough? Do they feel safe? Et cetera, et cetera. So think about these tips, and I'm hoping your trips are safer more each day.